What's up, everybody? It's Goose. Me and my nephew Ricky are getting ready to replace the water pump on my truck. The water pump, thermostat, and the thermostat housing. This is a 2004 Chevy Silverado 2500 heavy duty. I'll start by removing this cover. Just got to loosen that bolt right there. Got to get this out of the way. Got to loosen that hose clamp. And then we got to take the fan cover off, which there's just a few bolts holding that. We're going to get all that out of the way, and then disconnect the hoses. I already drained the radiator yesterday, so there's no fluid in there. So we're going to disconnect all that and get to the water pump and get that thing replaced. All right, you just leave it in a hole. Cover out of the way. He's loosening that hose clamp. You ain't gotta just get it loose and it'll be good.
All right.
And then we're gonna hit this hose clamp right here. That should be good. All right, we got the cover off. Now we're gonna yank this off, hopefully. Damn. Try this side. So it's easier. Get some turn to that. Yank her off. All right, got that out of the way. Throw some WD-40 on this fan that we need to take off. Let that sit for a minute. And then we're going to disconnect this hose from this clamp so we can get the cover off. And then we got this clamp right here. I'm not sure how it comes apart. Might break it. I'll probably just break it. Yep. Broke. Huh. After I break it, I'll figure out how it works, though. Pretty sure. Huh. Yeah, we're trying to break it. It'll be alright. There we go, nice and broken. Alright, now we're going to take this little clip remover. There's 4 pins holding the top of this cover to the bottom. There's one here and then one on the back on each side. I already got both the back ones off because they're hard to see. Just slide it under there. Pry it up. There's that one. There's that one. All right, now I'm gonna remove these 2 top bolts and take this radiator cover off. Takes longer than I thought. Should come off, yep. Pull that out of the way. Now we have access to the fan, and that's one of the next things we're going to take off. All right, we're going to try to take this fan off. You got to tap on it with the mallet, put the wrench on there. And you want to do this before you take the belt off, because the belt's kind of holding it in place. I think that might have did it. Seems pretty loose. Yep, coming off. Can you see down in there? Gotta be careful. You don't want to drop this because them fan blades are plastic and they'll break. So I'm gonna make sure I don't drop it. Yeah, okay. All right, there it is. All right, we're going to disconnect all these hoses. This hose is just clamped in there. You just pull it out right there. Now I'm going to take this hose off. You got to get this clamp, which if you do it just right, it'll lock open. Oh, almost had it. If you get it to lock open, it's a lot easier. Okay, this one might be wore out. I'm just going to slide it up. That ain't far enough. Okay, we have to open this up. Maybe. I need this thing to slide up. There we go. Slide that out of the way. Let's see if I can open this up better now. Get the clamp open. It's not wanting to clamp, I'll just get it out of the way. Now I'm gonna pull this and I'll turn it at the same time. Break that seal. Maybe. Okay, that one's on there. Get these more out of my way so I can grab it. Wish this thing would lock open so I could freely move it, but it doesn't want to. Maybe that's out of the way. Come on now. Oh, it's stuck on there. There it goes. Finally broke the seal. Whew. Takes a man. All right, I got these clamps out of the way. These hoses ready to be pulled off the water pump. I got this other clamp. I do it just right, it'll lock. Oh, come on, that was it. All right, these clamps aren't, ooh, about got me. Clamps aren't cooperating today. I'm gonna get myself. It's gonna feel good. Okay, maybe this one will be it. Actually, it's coming off. I'm gonna pull this thing off like this. There we go. There it is. And actually, I disconnected the other side of that hose to drain my radiator yesterday, so throw that out of the way. Now I got these to take off. This one's gonna be difficult, I think. Hopefully wrong. There's not much to grab. I'm actually going to grab my screwdriver wherever it went. There it is. All right, I had to take my screwdriver and put it in here and kind of break the seal on this. Now it's ready to be pulled off. Oh, there's a little coolant in there. And then do the same thing right here. Just be careful with it, but kind of break the seal. Alright, so we got a wrench on the tensioner. Just going to turn this wrench over. It's going to release the pressure off this belt, and then we'll be able to pull the belt off. Ricky's going to go ahead and do that. Alright, we got the belt off. I'll let the tension off. Pull the belt out of there, and now I think we're ready to take this water pump off. Alright, now we're taking the tensioner off. Get it out of the way of the water pump. There's 3 bolts on it. It's a 15 millimeter. Ricky's gonna remove them and get this tensioner out of the way, and then we'll be ready to take this water pump off. Alright, Ricky's removing the water pump now. There's 3 bolts right here, and there's 3 on the other side. Same pattern over there, what he's working on right now. 6 bolts. It's a 10 millimeter. We're going to remove that and pull this off and clean these gaskets out of the way and get ready to put the new one on. Can you take the ratchet off now and just do it with the extension? Yeah. There it is. Pull it out. Ah. All right, we got the water pump off. We got to clean up these where the gaskets go, and we'll clean them up with the razor blade. Probably hit them with the wire brush a little bit too. I got that one over there. The gaskets already came off, and then we got these gaskets right here. I'm just gonna pull that off. Take that off. Then I'll come behind it, and I'm gonna scrape all this gunk off with the razor blade best I can. Alright, we got that all cleaned up. We cleaned it off with the razor blade, and we went back with the wire brush and got it nice and smooth, nice and clean, so the gasket will seal for us. So we're ready to put the water pump on now. Alright, I got a new fan clutch too. They say the fan clutch usually wears out about the same time as the water pump, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. Here's the new one. It takes a 13 millimeter. Just loosen these 4 bolts, take this fan off, and we're going to put that new clutch on this fan. Alright, we got the old one off. We're going to take the new one, slide it in here, line up the holes. Came with new bolts, so go ahead and get all these bolts started. And get these in here nice and snug, and we'll be ready to move on. Alright, we're going to take the new thermostat and the new thermostat housing. You got to line up this little notch with the slot right there. Stick it in there. Alright. Get it in there. Take this. This hose, this is going to face the same way as these hose connectors, and just start the bolts in there and get them snugged up. Alright, I got the housing secured, got the thermostat in there. Went ahead, put all 6 bolts in, and put the gaskets on top of the bolts. Now we're ready to set it in there and tighten it down. That's good. Alright, we got the water pump on there, got the gaskets in place, hand started all the bolts. Now Ricky's just getting them snug. We're going to come back with a torque wrench and tighten them up. We're going to do 11 pounds, and then we're going to do 22 pounds is what it needs to be tightened to. And then we'll be ready to put everything back together and put some coolant in here. Alright, so I'm going around and snugging these a little more. Supposed to use a torque wrench and get it to 22 foot-pounds, but the torque wrench that I borrowed doesn't seem to be working correctly. I got this one really tight with it and I was afraid I was going to break it. So I'm just going to get these nice and snug, try not to over tighten. I don't know, hope for the best. I should be using a torque wrench, but it's not working, so this is what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reconnect these hoses. They go on a lot easier and they come off. That's the back one. This one with the little Y split, that's the front one. It goes on. Then we got this bottom one that goes onto the thermostat housing. Just make sure you slide it all the way up to that ring there. And I'm going to do these clamps off camera because they're going to take me a minute. Alright, we got the hoses on, the clamps back. Now we're going to put this tensioner on here. I'm just going to get them all started by hand. I'm going to tighten them down. Really should have a torque wrench for this too, but I'm just going to get them nice and snug because I don't have one. So, alright, so you got a chart right here. It tells you where the belt goes. Mine's kind of faded. I'm guessing a little bit, but there's supposed to be a chart to tell you how to do this. Once again, we're going to throw a wrench on this tensioner, take the tension off, slide it down here, and now my belt's back on. Alright, now we're going to put this fan back on here. Now that we got the belt on, we'll get it started by hand. Get it on there till it gets snug, and now I'm going to tighten it with the wrench. That's good. Alright, now we're going to snug this up with the mallet like we did before. Just get it on there nice and snug. That should do it. Alright, now we're going to put the top radiator hose back on. Got it on there. Get the clamp down here. Alright, we're going to get this fan cover back on. Slide it back down in there. There's the 2 bolts I need to put back up top, and I got 4 clips on the bottom. Go ahead and reattach that. Broke. I need a new clip now. I've got this hose reattached here though. That'll be alright. I got a few new clamps I got to buy. It'll be fine. Alright, Ricky's tightening the fan cover down. Like I said, we just got these 2 bolts, and then we got 4 clips on the bottom we're going to get. I'm about to throw that thing back on there. And we got to put the engine cover back on, fill it up with coolant, and we'll be done. I'm just going to end it there. It's getting dark on me, and I need to get out here and feed these animals too. So, see y'all later. Goose out.